Jai Sai Ram, Chapter 10 Wonderful Incarnation Sai, Nature of Sri Sai Baba, Extraordinary Eye Treatment, Yogic Exercises of Baba, Baba's Omnipresence and Kindness, Service of the Leper, Child Kaparde's Plague, Departure of Pandharpur. Wonderful Incarnation Sai. Sai Baba was accomplished in yogic exercises. In the sixth exercise, Devotee, to clean the intestine by a 3-inch board and 22-inch long piece of cloth. Kanda Yoga, it means to separate the limbs of the body and again reunite them, and contemplation is also included in it. He was a Hindu, and through the appearance of his body, he looked like a Muslim. Nobody could surely say whether he was a Hindu or a Muslim. He celebrated Hindu festival Ram Navami methodologically and side by side Muslim Chandotsav. He used to promote wrestling during the festival, used to give away good prizes to the winners. On Gokulashtami festival day, he celebrated Gopal Kala with pomp and show. On Eid day, he used to invite Muslims to the mosque to perform namaz. If we say that he was a Muslim, then his ears, according to the custom of the Hindus, were pricked. Or if we say he was a Hindu, then he was in favor of doing sunat circumcision. Nana Sahib Chandorkar, who was very close to Baba, said that he had not performed sunat. It is written on the page 562 by Mr. B.V. Dev under the heading Baba Muslim or Hindu in Sai Leela Patrika. If we proclaim him to be a Hindu, then he always lived in the mosque, and if we proclaim him to be a Muslim, then he ever lit a duni. And the other deeds which are against the religions of Muslims are grinding and the grinding wheel, blowing conch shell, playing bells, performing oblation, charity of eatables, and argya, offering water, etc., were usually performed. In fact, who renouncing ego and sensual pleasure comes to the shelter of God, and when he achieves oneness with God, then he has no caste or greed. Sai Baba came in this category, and he never made the least difference between the caste and living beings. He used to eat fish and meat also with fakirs. Dog could even eat from his begging bowl freely, but he never raised any objection. Such was the strange and unprecedented incarnation of Sri Sai Baba. Actually, Baba was Akhanand Sachidanand, that is, indestructible supreme soul of Brahma. Who can describe his greatness and incomparability? One who took the shelter of his lotus feet, he achieved a sensual perception. Many recluse devotees and other Mukshojan, people wishing salvation, also came to Sai Baba. Baba also used to walk with them, sit with them, and discuss with them. Allah Malik was always on his lips. He never indulged in discussions and controversies, and also remained calm and steady. But at times he became angry. He always preached Vedanta. Till the end, nobody could know who Sai Baba was in fact. Being Jnana Avatar, incarnation of knowledge, he used to show ignorant. He was avatars to honor and reverence. Such was the speciality of Sai Baba. He was a corporeal, but through deeds his divinity sparkled. The people of SHRI took him as Parabrahma, that is God. Baba's intimate devotee Mahasapati, who used to sleep with Baba in the mosque and Chavadi, told Baba has said that he was born in a Brahmin family of Patredi. His parents in his childhood gave him to a fakir. When this discussion was going on, at the same time some people came from Patredi and Baba inquired about few people of that place. Srimati Kashibai Kanetkar, a learned lady of Pune, published a page 79, part 2, 1934 of the page Sai Leela under the heading Experience number 5, that where we were discussing according to the system of Brahmavadi, study of teaching of Vedas institution. The subject of discussion was whether Sai Baba was Brahmavadi or Vamargi, the tantric mode of worship. After some time, I went to Shirdi. Many ideas were coming in my mind on this subject. As I stood my step on the stairs of mosque, Baba stood up, came before me, pointing out towards his heart, starting to be angry on me, said, "This is a Brahmin, pure Brahmin. What has he to do with the Vamarg? Here no Yavan can take the courage to enter, and he should not do so." Again pointing out towards his heart, said, "This Brahmin can teach lakhs of peoples and can get them unobtainable things. This is the mosque of a Brahmin. I will not fall the shadow of Vamargi, that is tantric here." Nature of Sri Sai Baba. He renovated almost all the temples of Shirdi. He got renovated the temples of Shani, Ganpati, Shankar Parvati, Gramya Devata and Hanuman, etc. through Sri Tatya Patil. His charity was also strange. Whether money was accumulated through offering, out of it he used to distribute daily rupees 20 to someone, rupees 15 to some other, and rupees 50 yet to some other person. The sight of Baba was beneficial to his devotees. Lameness of the lames were destroyed. His fame spread to far and wide places, and travelers in groups began to visit Shirdi from many places. Baba always kept sitting by the Duni and took rest there itself. He sometimes took his bath and sometimes remained enormed in the contemplation without taking bath. He used to wear a safa on his head and a dhoti on his waist and angaraka on his body. In the first half of his early life, he used to work as a doctor in villages. Extraordinary eye treatment. The eyes of the devotee became very red. They were also swollen. When he was brought to Baba, then Baba rubbed Bilwa, made 2 tablets of it and pasted them on the eyes of the patient and covered the eyes with a piece of cloth. Next day, uncovering the eyes and sprinkled water on them. As a result of eyes became all right. Likewise, he treated some other patients also. Yogic exercises of Baba. Baba was accomplished in all kriyas, that is activities. Out of them, 1 or 2 of them are being described here. Dwati Kriya, the act of cleaning intestine. Every 3rd day at a far-off place from the mosque under a banyan tree, Baba used to do Dwati Kriya. Once people saw that, and he took out his intestine, cleaned them all around from outside in, and hung them on a nearby banyan tree. People are still living in Shirdi who can witness this event. They had examined this truth also. Ordinarily, Dwati Kriya is done by 3 inches wide and 22.5 inches long piece of cloth. This piece of cloth is put into the intestine through the mouth and is kept up there for half an hour so that its full use may happen. After it is taken out. But Baba's Dwati Kriya was almost extraordinary and uncommon. Kandi Yoga, separating the limbs of body and again reuniting them. Once Baba separated and spread his body parts at different places of the mosque. Suddenly, a person reached the mosque and got badly afraid by seeing the parts of Baba's body part being spread here and there. First, it came to his mind that he should inform the office of the village that somebody has assassinated Baba, but he kept quiet, thinking that first of all the informer will be arrested. Next day, when he came to the mosque and saw Baba as usual, he became highly astonished. Baba's omnipresence and kindness. This event pertains to 1910, when on a Deepavali day, Baba was sitting near the duni and warming himself. Side by side, he was putting wood in the duni. High flames were coming out of the duni. After some time, instead of putting wood into the duni, he put his hand there. His hand was badly burnt. Servant Mahadev and Mahadev Rao Deshpande, seeing Baba putting his hand into the duni, they immediately pulled him back. Mahadev Rao told to Baba, "Deva, why did you do so?" Baba, becoming attentive, began to say, "At some distance from here, a lady ironsmith was arising the oven. At the same time, her husband called her. She ran there, forgetting the idea of her baby tied on her waist. Unfortunately, the baby slipped and fell into the oven. I put my hand into the oven and immediately saved him. I am not concerned about burning of my hand. Instead, I am satisfied that I have saved the life of an infant." Service of a leper. Hearing the news of burning Baba's hand through Mahadev Deshpande, Sri Nana Sahib Chandorkar immediately went to Shirdi along with a famous doctor, Sri Paramanand, with medicines, pasts and bandages. He asked Baba for his permission to let Dr. Paramanand examine his hand and apply medicine on the burnt spot of the hand. This request was disallowed. After burning of a hand, the leper patient Bagoji Shinde wrapped always a bandage on his hand. His work was to paste ghee on the burnt area and wrapping a leaf over it and then tie it with bandage. Nana Sahib Chandorkar requested so many times to leave the bandage and get the hand examined and treated by the Dr. Paramanand, so that the wound may get well soon. Even Dr. Paramanand made repeated requests, but Baba denied, saying that only Allah is his doctor. He did not agree to get the hand examined. Dr. Paramanand's medicine could neither melt into the atmosphere of Shirdi nor could they be used. It was good luck of Dr. Paramanand that he was benefited by the sight of Baba. Baoji was permitted to apply the ghee. After some days, when the wound got well, all the devotees became happy, but nobody could know whether some pain were still there or not. Every day, doing massage of ghee on the hand again and trying tightly the bandage, and practice continued till taking samadhi, that is contemplation, by Baba. As accomplished like Sai Baba, this treatment was not necessary, but due to the love of devotees, he accepted the service of Bagoji without any hindrance. When Baba left, the Landi Bagoji accompanied him with an umbrella. Every day in the morning, when Baba took his seat by the side of Duni, then Bagoji was always present there for starting his work. Bagoji had done many sinful deeds in his previous birth. Due to this, he was suffering from leprosy and his fingers had rotten, and his body was full of pus which emitted foul smell. Though outwardly he was considered unfortunate, but in fact, being the intimate servant of Baba, he was most fortunate and happy. He received full benefit of the nearness of Baba. Child Ka Parde's play. Srimati Ka Parde was a She was in Shirdi for the past many days with her younger son. Son was suffering with high fever. He had the glands of plague. Srimati Kaparde, being afraid, was thinking to return to Amravati. During evening, when Baba was going by the side of Wadi, that is now which is called Samadhi temple, for taking fresh air, she asked his permission and spoke in trembling voice, my dear son has become the patient of plague, therefore I want to return back to my house. Pleasantly consoling her, Baba said, the sky is overcast with many clouds. As soon as they depart, sky will become clear as usual. Saying so, he lifted his kafni upwards and showed 4 glands of size of eggs to all present there and said, see how much troubles I have to take for my devotees. These troubles are mine. Departure to Pandharpur. Nana Sahib was a great devotee of Sai Baba. He was the administrator of Nunduwar of Khandesh. He was transferred to Pandharpur and he had to take up his responsibility soon. So, without giving any previous notice to anybody, he quickly left to Shirdi. Reaching suddenly to Pandharpur, Shirdi, he wanted to salute his Vithoba Baba, then to proceed further. But what was hidden from Baba? He was omniscient. As soon as Nana Sahib reached Nimguan, which is a small distance from Shirdi, Baba was discussing with Mahalsapati, Appa Shinde and Kashiram. At that time, silence prevailed in the mosque. Sai suddenly said, let all 4 of you start enchanting bhajan, that is devotional song. The doors of Pandharpur are open. Sing this song with pleasure. Pandharpurla Jai Chin, Tichin, Majla, Rahichin, Tichin, Majla, Rahithyachin, Garthe, Maya, Rahichin. All began to sing together, meaning, I have to go to Pandharpur and have to live there only because that is the house of my master. Baba sang and devotees repeated. After some time, Nana Sahib along with the family reached there and saluted to Baba. He requested Baba to come to Pandharpur and live there. The devotees told Baba already had in his mind to live with Pandharpur. Listening to this, Baba Sahib fell into the feet of Baba, receiving the permission, Udi and blessings. He started to Pandharpur. Jai Sai Ram.